Hello everyone, I'm Vandita Tiwari and I will like to congratulate the team behind Concert Nexus who have organized this program. And I have seen the topics which are involved in this session. So I am very happy and excited to see the topics which were involved, and it will be definitely very beneficial for the viewers and the attendees of the program. So great job team. And to begin with, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Vandita Tiwari. I'm based out of Bangalore. I'm founder of CoocWing and When India. CoocWing is into eco-friendly gardening products. So we manufacture naturally nourished soil and the jute grow bags. And When India is a NGO where we support the women who are into small businesses and they are looking to explore more opportunities. We help them in multiple ways by providing trainees and exposure by a website and other stuff. So while going through my entrepreneurial journey, I definitely understood the need of creativity. And though I think that every person is creative, whether the person is in job or whether the person is having a business or whether the person is not working, everybody is creative. So I will like to start the session: creativity, innovation, and design. What all things are involved, why it is important. If we talk in current scenario, what is the importance of these three things? So if I have to start, I'll say, do you think, are you creative? And if somebody feels that they are not creative, I will give very small examples to show the creativity in every person. Like if we have to travel to from one route to another route, we try some new routes at times, right? And the reason behind it can be the new route, maybe the roads are better, or it is time saving, less crowded, or multiple things. So yes, we even try to search a new route, right? That is also a creativity. We think this route is going straight from here. If I take a right turn, where will it go? So all those things are involved, right? So that's a very small thing where we get creative by saving our time or opting for a better road. Or if I say, uh, if we are going out to eat, if we go out to eat, do we eat the same food every day? Or forget going out, if even if we are eating at home, do we eat the same food every day? Maybe we are eating the dosa and chutney or chapati and vegetable, but we are being creative in the type of chutney we eat, the type of vegetable we eat. So, or when we go out, we try to taste new dishes. So that is again your creativity. You want to, that's a creativity towards your taste. Previous one was example creativity towards exploring new routes. So creativity is in everyone. When you talk, maybe you talk about a child or you talk about a grown up, everyone is creative. It just depends how much emphasis you give on your creativity and how much of your creativity you try to enhance. So yes, I will say everyone is creative, right? No doubt about it. So what is creativity? Creativity is having intelligence, where intelligence is having fun. We know something and we try to do something. Pardon? Okay. So we know something and we try to do something from our knowledge, right? For an example, if I say, everybody would have heard of Cadbury, the Cadbury chocolate, right? As soon as we say Cadbury, what comes in our mind is a 5 rupees dairy milk, 10 rupees, 40 rupees, multiple dairy milks are there. But when they got a saturation in that market, when they had those many products already and people love Cadbury's, they came up with multiple flavors in it. What they found, what are the people getting attracted to most? What are their Cadbury's target market? Cadbury's target market are people who love the chocolate flavor. So what flavor they brought? They brought a Oreo flavor, Oreo Cadbury, right? It's a biscuit what they have come up as a in a Cadbury chocolate too. And then we always think that, okay, the Cadbury chocolate is only the flat one and all those. But what they did, they came up with the bubbly in it. It is the same intelligence what they have in the chocolate, but they are experimenting, they are getting creative in the shapes of it, right? So they came up with the taste, creativity of taste, Oreo, creativity of design, that is bubbly. And then again, there are people who are having a little different taste who are not into much into the chocolates. So how to attract those people? They came up with the orange flavor. Has anyone tried it? Orange flavor Cadbury. Still, now, if they have done everything, still they want to explore more. What more creativity they did? I'll say a few years back when I went to one of the bakeries, first time I saw that they were having biscuits with chili flavor. I never thought that somebody can make a biscuit with a chili flavor, the cookies with a chili flavor. So Cadbury got a chili flavor too. See how creative they got. It's not like the business is running down or business is not having a good number of customer, losing customer, but they are trying to explore and make their market bigger. So they came up with so many different varieties in Cadbury itself, right? Same way, if I talk about haldi milk, if you live in India, you would have taken this haldi milk once in a while. In since if you are like in a bigger area, definitely you would have tasted this haldi milk, because haldi has a lot of health benefits, right? And this haldi milk is a part of our family. In winters people take it, in rainy season people take it, because it's very good for your sore throat, and lot of health benefits we have from haldi. Now this haldi milk, which is a part of family, how they brought it out and brought it to a cafe, they started calling it as haldi latte. Now, this haldi latte, maybe the kids are not drinking haldi milk at home, but they see yes, when they go to a cafe, they try it. So, what they did, what the cafe people did, where are we lacking? Okay, the youngsters are coming to our place, they are having coffee, uh, but how to attract the elderly people? How to get the trust of them that, okay, we are also doing something good in health wise? So, they brought in health, haldi latte. So this is a creativity to attract the customers. When we talk about creativity, we can have multiple features, because it can depend on variety, what we are trying to focus, where we are trying to impress our customers, or maybe a boss, right? And if I say, as I'm a mother, I'll say sometimes we try to impress our kids so they eat the food. So mothers get a lot creative in making the tiffins as well. Now, if I talk about quality ice cream, now what is the ice cream? It's a dessert, it's a cold dessert. Okay. Now, what all they did in it? Again, they got some inspiration through Oreo, Cadbury. They brought in the Oreo ice cream in quality. So, what they are doing, if somebody is eating Oreo, that can be our target customer for a Oreo Cadbury. If somebody is eating Oreo, that can be our target customer for Oreo ice cream. So see, one product is helping us to make new products out of it by applying little creativity and by focusing more on our customer, what they like. So quality got few of the flavors like Oreo ice cream sandwich. Now, what is an ice cream sandwich? That's a lovely name. We used to eat ice cream at sandwiches at home and ice cream separately. What they have made is they have come up with the ice cream sandwich, right? What is it actually like? Perk and Munch and Kit Kat. It's kind of a wafer ice cream with a wafer. But that's so nice. When somebody sees this, they get okay. Let me try at least once. And then, since my childhood, I will say if I used to talk about the ice creams, then I remember the orange candy ice creams and all, orange ice creams. But now you can get like mango ice cream, you can get lemon ice cream, you can get Coca-Cola ice cream. So wherever the customer is focusing on, the business is also focusing on that. These are all the examples how the business gets creative according to their customer needs. Okay, and how according to the customer variation they keep on bringing the addition, or they switch and bring a new product to it. Now, if I talk about Medimix soap, Medimix soap is, I think, there from like 4 or 5 decades, I think. But Medimix soap, some 10 years back, I will say, some 10 years back, Medimix soap was having a problem in the customer base because the packaging of the soap, the youngsters related it to a grandma soap. Okay. So the youngsters were not buying it. Grandmas were buying it because they know the soap is good. It is good for the teens. It is good for the skin. The pimples can be saved and everything. But grandmas were not able to, or grandmas or mothers were not able to convey the same thing to the youngsters. So what did Medimix do? Without losing anything, exactly the same product, they came up in a new packaging. Before this, whatever examples I gave you, they were the addition into the business. Now, in Medimix soap case, they did not do a new addition, but what they did, they changed the packaging. Content is same, all the benefits are same, only the packaging is changed for the youngsters to attract the young girls. Now, the same Medimix soap is being used by the grandmas as well and the young girls as well. That is again a creativity. We know our product is very good, but how to approach to a customer with it, because customer is not liking it. Okay, we will not change the product, but we will change the packaging of it. So we just aim, as a business, we just aim to focus on what is customers need and customers interest, and put our creativity over there and try to take the benefit of it. And yes, the rupee one soap by Medimix, I think some years back it was just Hamam, and there was one more. I forgot the name. That's those soaps were generally treated as the travel soaps. Okay, but Medimix also got the 1 rupee soap, and Medimix has, I think, they have acquired around 40 to 45% of the hotels which uses the soap, which serve the soap in the bathroom. Medimix is supplying to them. So is that 1 rupee soap which is being supplied to so many? So that's a huge business. And when we are talking about soap, what is the more creativity? I will say some 10, 12, 15 years back. What was the creativity in the soap? The problem in the soaps were when somebody takes bath, we hold a soap, and when we are using it, it slips out of hand. So what creativity was involved in that design? It was brought into a liquid soap. That was so creative. People can use the liquid soap. And if we talk about the festival items, so everybody knows, every business knows that we have to be ready for the festival. Festival is approaching, people will be making some purchases. But how to do something? So if person has purchased one thing for one person, they cannot use the same thing for the other person. Let's personalize it by putting Rakhi, the name of brother on it, the name of sister on it, the name of Bhabi on it. What happened if I have brought a Rakhi? I cannot share the same Rakhi with other person, right? It has to be done for the person whose name is there on the Rakhi. It gives a personal touch. It gives some more value to the customer because they feel more connected when buying or getting the designs done. And plus, it's a business benefit as well, because if you have, like, my name is Vandita, if you put the name Vandita on it, you cannot give it to somebody else by name Sunita or Asha or anybody, right? So it's a business benefit also. So it's a creativity where we are enhancing the customer's experience by attaching them more to the product. Plus, it's a business benefit that the customer has to, if they need 10 Rakis, then they will buy 10 with different names. Similar thing with the bottles and tiffins. If you put a name on bottles and tiffin, lot of mothers at school, when they send the kids to school, they are very happy because the kids cannot lose the tiffin or bottle because the name is given on it. But yes, if you say about the personal touch, the kid feel very happy. Somebody taking a bottle with that name, a lot of people go to gym, they want their name on the bottles, right? So that is again something which is a enhancement and customer experience. This is again creativity, but it is focusing on a different thing, that is a enhancement of customer experience. And yes, in today's generation, in today's era, how can we not talk about social media? The social media is something which I will say forces people to get creative. If you are just posting a picture, you may not get any likes, but if you are creative with the picture, you are putting some enhancement to the picture, you are making gif, you are making some videos, you get so many likes over there. So yes, social media has I will not I will say it has forced, and it has also given the ideas to people that you can get creative in simple things. If you think that you are making something and the background is looking is not that presentable, you make it blurry. If you think you are going to say, you love a song and you want to share with someone, you put a song and you put some creatives around it, right? So social media also helps to enhance the looks of your pictures, videos, interact with people. It also helps you to think what all creativity we can do in a simple thing. And now our mobile and all devices are so equipped with so many apps, so many websites available to enhance that experience. So there are, if I say a word creativity can be a very small word, but it has so many features exactly like its spelling. The number of alphabet it goes in the word creativity, that many places you can be creative and use it for your business purpose or any other purposes as well. Even social media people use extensively for their business as well. So creativity is very important in today's scenario. What has happened is, I will say, post pandemic or during the pandemic, a lot of people were sitting at home and they were getting the feel of Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp status. Everybody was trying to be there. Previously, if we talk about, these big brands were there in the market, and it is, I will say, it is very easy for the big brands to reach to a big store and sell their products and reach to more customers. But what happened with the penetration of social media in our life? The small brands, maybe they are not available in big stores, but they are available on Instagram. Now when the people are using Instagram, even the small brands are making a impact on the customer. So the big brands are also feeling a challenge. When we see a Amazon ad on Instagram, why Amazon is such a big company, so many sellers are there, so many buyers are there. Why Amazon have to go on Instagram? Because other than Amazon, lot of other customers, lot of other sellers are also there who are on Amazon. So people are attracting people from those social media. So big brands are also feeling a challenge, and that's why they get creative. You see so many reels from the big brands as well. So whatever they were targeting, that okay, if you were thinking, oh, I am a new business, I cannot reach to a bigger store, you don't have to reach to a bigger store, you just have to reach to a social media and get creative and just reach to your customers through that. It is definitely monetarily, it is a very good benefit for the small business, because instead of putting the franchisee store and giving so much commission to the stores and all those, instead of that they can just put little bit amount in the marketing and use a social media to reach to their customers. The creativity is very important. Even if you talk about schools or you talk about colleges, if you are writing your letter or you are writing your essay on some topic, you need to be different from others. You need to get more creative and put more thoughts to it. What enhancement I can do? So whether it's your job or it's your business or your WhatsApp status or your Instagram or maybe Facebook stories or whatever place it is, you need to grab the people's attention. You need to be creative. So that is apart. What I will say, whatever field you are in, if you think that somewhere you are lacking a creativity and you are not a creative person, I will say there is nobody who is not creative. It just depends that you have not generated your interest in that side yet. But yes, if you try to explore, there are multiple things what you are doing according to your taste and you are trying to be creative. So that is why creativity is very important. And when we talk about creativity, what leads to creativity? If I say, okay, competition is there, customer attention is there, business needs are there, new products are there, all need to creativity. But when we are talking about the new products, then we definitely talk about innovation. See, a simple light. It was previously, as the picture shows, it was a candle. From that candle, we got a filament bulb. From that filament bulb, we came up to LED bulbs. From that LED bulbs, we now have the bulbs which are have a storage capacity of 3 to 4 hours. It means if you are living in a place where there is a power cut, a frequent power cut, you can use bulb which is having a storage capacity. So you don't even need feel that the light is not there. So you don't need the generators. Without that, also the light will be there in your place. This is a innovation. That is a strategy wise what they have enhanced our their innovation, right? Now, if I talk about plant pots, some 15, 15, 20 years back, if I'll say, whenever we talk about a plant, not the garden, but a indoor garden or a outdoor garden with the pots, we only think about terracotta, the mud pots. What was the problem in mud pots? Mud pots were very heavy. Once you, or the cemented pots, once you get those mud pots and you put in the soil to it, it is difficult to move it from one place to another because soil makes it more heavier. And then again, the sustainability was not there because they were made of mud. They will break, right? So some 15 years back, what was there? They came up with the plastic pots. That was a solution to your mud pots. But as we got to know more and more about climate change, we started feeling the heat that, okay, there is global warming, and it's not like global warming is not happening. It is happening. Everybody can feel that change. So they understood that, okay, plastic pots are not a solution. It can be a solution to your mud pot, but they are not the real solution. I always say, uh, everybody knows that we should not keep hot food in a plastic pot. We should not take our tiffins in the plastic tiffins. We should take the steel tiffins and all. When we don't want to do anything like that, anything related to food is not in the plastic, then why do we grow plants in plastic? So it was an innovation, but and it is still, a lot of people still use it. But I always feel, because the plant is giving you flowers, plant is giving you food. You can have a chili plant, tomato plant, anything in that pot. Why are you growing it in plastic? When plastic is harmful for you when it is under the sun. If you're keeping the plastic pot, that same harmful things what we say will go into the soil and reach to the plant as well. So to that, from plastic pots, what they did, they brought in the uh, again the terracotta pots, ceramic pots. Ceramic pots look beautiful. Terracotta have always the similar kind of design, here and there they do, but the colors are same. So they brought in ceramic pots to make your garden look more beautiful. And now uh, we have come up with jute grow bags. Why grow bags are better than the terracotta and all? Though I will say terracotta or jute grow bags are fine, ceramic we should have as a secondary option. Why? Because as I just told you that the plant should not be grown in a plastic pot, because whatever heat is going to the plastic, it will get transferred to the soil, and all those, it can be harmful, right? These terracotta or the jute grow bags, they have breathing space. They give space for soil to breathe, and it is good for the plant as well. So that helps the plant, right? So innovation is there. From terracotta to plastic, from plastic we got again terracotta, ceramic, and then jute grow bags. Some 20 years back, no one was even thinking that from jute we can make a grow bag and we can grow our plants in it, and they will be so sustainable that we don't even have to use the plastic pots. So that is how the innovation goes. Slowly, slowly, as you enhances your intelligence, you enhances your knowledge, you come to know that, okay, we the creativity comes in, that okay, we have space here, we need to think about it. Then innovation steps in. Okay, this is what we have thought, we have to skip plastic, we don't want the terracotta and ceramic, then what other option can be? Jute is very strong fiber. So we started, or a lot of people started with the grow bags. Now grow bags are available. Liquid soap, as I was mentioning, liquid soap is such a great innovation. As I was mentioning, while having bath, the soap bar used to slip out. So they came up with the option, or innovation happened, and they came up with the option of liquid soap. Now this is very nice to use. Now you have liquid soap to wash your hand, to take bath, even to wash utensil. Even when we talk about washing utensils, that a lot of people used to complain that Vim bar leaves some marks on the utensils. Nothing happens to the in liquid soap. So this is also innovation. The creativity in it is the person who came up with the idea of liquid soap, they saw that a scope of creativity is there. They understood the problem, and then they came up with a creative solution as a liquid soap, and they tried to make it. Soap dispenser. If you are having liquid soaps, it's always preferred to have a soap dispenser. It is so this innovation is kind of need based. Liquid soap was a different thought process brought to the soap bar. But soap dispenser is an innovation depending on the need of liquid soap. If you have liquid soap, you will open the bottle and use it. No, it may spill. So they came up with the soap dispenser. Again, it's an innovation in creativity and in different uh, place. Sanitizer. Now, sanitizer, I think pre-COVID times, sanitizer was so expensive and not much people were using it. I doubt if a lot of people were even informed about the sanitizers. I remember somewhere in 2017, I bought a 500 ml of sanitizer bottle for like some 450 rupees or something. And it was quite expensive at that time. But during the COVID time, what happened? Government put a cap on the sanitizer price. Now, the manufacturer of sanitizer were thinking if we have to meet that price and we have to make some profit also out of it, because every business is done for the profit, what different can we do from it? Whatever we were using before, they were all alcohol based sanitizers. The work is fine. Again, similar like Medimix soap. The content they are not changing, the result is the same. But how to reduce the cost there? So this innovation was not done actually for the customers or the people who are using it, but this was done for the business people. So innovation sometimes is there to attract the customers, sometimes it is for the business benefit. What was done? The sanitizers are now made with the ethanol base. It has drastically reduced the manufacturing cost of the sanitizer without losing the actual purpose of it. So innovation has a space everywhere. You can focus on customer, you can focus on business, you can focus anywhere you want. You have to see the gap, where the gap exists and where there is a scope of creativity. Once you get creative, you can innovate a new thing. Oh yes, this is the one which I like to share. Some 20-25 years back, when they introduced the packet water, that used to be 1 rupee packet water and on polythene packet used to come. It was very helpful for the travelers and passengers to take it. Later they came up with the bottled water. But in some years, like in past few years, definitely people have become more aware of the climate change and why we should avoid the plastics. In even this time on Environment Day, the theme was to solution of the plastic waste, right? What is the solution of plastic waste? One thing is, if you can, then avoid the plastic. How to avoid the plastic if you have to carry water? So they have come up with the water balls, which are having a dissolvable pack. You put it in your mouth, and the water has a pack which get dissolved, which is not harmful for your body, and you get the water. So you don't create a garbage while you drink the water. It's such a nice innovation. It saves our environment, plus it helps the travelers as well. Now, innovative marketing. As I told you, like the creativity word, the number of alphabet it has, that many scope it has. Same as innovation, I will say. I just explained innovation is for the customer, for the business. And sometimes, if we have to attract the customer, we have to get very innovative in marketing. Some 10-15 years back, what was the one? That time, the girls didn't used to drive the vehicles much, because the vehicles were if I say about bike are not made for the women. Why it is not made for the women? Because generally we have the clothes which are having a flare, so it's difficult to sit on a bike cross leg to drive it, right? And they were heavy also. when the vehicles for girls were introduced, targeting the girls, not only for girls but targeting the girls. We have to, the company has to attract the girls, that yes, not the boys, but you can also drive, and you can drive a vehicle which is not as heavy as a bike, and it is good for your comfort level also. So they came up with a line, why should boys have all the fun? And now this statement became like a trend between when the girls used to talk to each other, and it was so easy to bring this product to the market and get the attention, or get all the attention needed. So it is Hero Honda Pleasure, which goes with this tagline. Why should boys have all the fun? This is something which I will say, you have to talk to people and penetrate in their mind. Innovation in the marketing, so you penetrate in the customer's mind and then you become a part of it. That is something innovative marketing. And in recent years, we have known that okay, Google is there. Google is a big search engine. A lot of people are using it, but it is facing its own challenges. Whether Bing is there, whether Yahoo is there, everybody is. A lot of market players are there. Even when we say about YouTube, YouTube has seen a drastic fall of viewers because of the other OTT platform. Some 5 years back, there were not much OTT platforms, so everybody who has to watch some movie, some song, everything, they will go to YouTube. But now Spotify is there, Wink is there, people go there for music. Then Netflix is there, Amazon Prime is there, Z Cinemas is there, I think Z5 is there, Disney is there, Hotstar is there. So what happens here is, just a minute, please. So what happens here is, the company is seeing that the customer is getting distributed, the attention of customer is getting distributed. How to gain it back? Google came up with the line, बोलने से सब होगा, right? बोलने से सब होगा. Such a easy line to say. And you just say, okay, Google, and you do whatever you want. It is so easy to tell to the people, not only the youngsters, but for people of every age, that yes, you don't have to type. Okay, elderly people are having a problem in typing something. Youngsters don't want to type anything because everything is available these days without typing as well. So what they did, it is available there, mic is available there. You just say, बोलने से सब होगा. Every time you have to search something, you just say it to Google and you have it. That is again an innovative marketing to get more customers to it. Make My Trip. Now, Make My Trip, what innovative marketing are they doing? They are having some huge stars in their ads. But generally, some 10 years back, the thought process was, if you are having a good star in the advertisement, you don't need a story, because the star pulls up all the crowd, all the fans' attention. But now, Make My Trip was a first business, I will say, which brought in the stars, plus they brought in the story. They have Alia Bhatt and Ranveer Singh, and they come up with, they sometimes they show that they are from a middle class family, sometimes they are from a Gujarati family, sometimes they are from a Bengali family. They are putting up so many stories and connecting to the people of that language, that you see, if you are coming from this, you can also book on Make My Trip. That is such an innovative idea. It's not like those who know Alia Bhatt and Ranveer Singh are going for it. No, they are able to connect to the people by showing that background. Okay, the middle class person also can go for it. Okay, you also can try it. Okay, if you are going on a vacation with your family, then also you can try it. So this, they are putting the thoughts through those small stories uh, shown by Alia and Ranveer. They are getting creative with the actors. Mutual fund. Some will say that mutual fund is very risky, shares are very risky, and all. So what they did, they came up with a statement. Like Google came up with the statement, "बोलने से सब होगा." Mutual fund statement is, mutual fund सही है, right? If you are thinking every time, whatever, like they say, train your brain. So how the business is feeding our mind now, how we are training our brains are, like Google said, बोलने से सब होगा. Okay, if you are not getting anything, try it on Google. बोलने से सब होगा. Same way in mutual funds. Are you having doubts about mutual fund? But mutual fund sahi hai. So this gives a positive review, positive mindset to the people who are searching about mutual funds. Okay, shares are very risky, understand, but mutual fund sahi hai. So when person is going with a positive mindset and trying to search about it, it's like the percentage of getting the customer convinced is very much more. It's high because the person already is having a positive impact of the business. So when we talk about creativity, again, this also is creativity because we are thinking about where the customer is lacking. Okay, customer was lacking in trust in mutual fund and shares. Let us convert them by saying mutual fund sahi hai. So when we talk about creativity and innovation and everything, what we have to understand is these things have to be related to your customer. You have to understand where the customer is having a gap and where you can fit in. Okay? And so this a very years back we had this ad of Abhishek Bachchan and all where it says an idea can change your life, right? But an idea here, I will say that idea or everything, I will say everything has a positive and negative to it. So when we say about an idea, yes, idea can change your life. Definitely it can. But if the idea is wrong and it's implemented wrong way without much testing and all, it can spoil the game too. I like to give few examples here where I'm focusing on creativity and innovation, but where I will say that you should focus on creativity and innovation, but you should have in mind about the design also, how to design, what to do, and what testing should be done. So, first, let us talk about the creativity which failed. When you're talking about creativity and its positivity, yes, it can fail too. So there was a Manyavar ad where Alia Bhatt was acting like Make My Trip. They also made the ad with Alia Bhatt, but the concept shows that the Indian tradition of Kanyadan is wrong, and in North India, the people are treating the girl as a burden, and they are trying to send her away from the family by getting her married. Now, this maybe the thought process which went behind the ad was not this, but when it was shot and it was presented, it created a very negative impact in the society, and it was backslashed by the viewers. Nobody liked it. Nobody. I will say that this idea was totally a failure. So they took the ad back. See, the brands like Manyavar, it's a high brand. It's a high, the Alia Bhatt, she's such a popular actress. But still, if the creativity is not implied properly uh, about everything, every stage it is not tested, then it can fail too. So it impacted the heart of people, I'll say, from the picture it is showing on the screen. And a Zomato ad. Yes, in that Zomato ad, there were Ritik and Katrina, and I think something is in the ad that where a person delivers the pizza or a product to Ritik and Katrina, and they offer them because the driver was very hungry, or they said that okay, in this much time we will be delivering it, but due to some reason he was getting late, so he tried his best by going under the rain, driving fast, or whatever. So what though it was fine from the Zomato that okay, whatever happens, we will deliver your product to you. We will deliver your food to you. But it came up as very different when it was online. It came up as that Zomato is forcing their employees to reach, and in whatever happens, you have to deliver the product. Whether it's you have to drive fast, whether it's up to your safety, it doesn't matter. What is important is that you have to deliver the product. It means they were not treating their employees well. Again, that ad was a creativity failure. The thought process was fine, but the way it was presented was not correct. Product which failed due to excess creativity of marketing. Okay, Tata Nano. A lot of people would have heard of Tata Nano. When we're talking about creativity innovation, we definitely cannot skip the term design. So in Manyavar ad, if I'll say, The concept was fine, creativity was fine, the innovation what they were trying to bring was fine, the designing was failed here, right? The designing failed here. Okay, they cannot show like something like that. Same thing happened with the Zomato ad. When they have put the design into it, the story totally came up with a different uh, result. There also there was a design failure. Now in Tata Nano, there was no design failure. The car was good. Car was compact, easy to drive, easy to handle, always easy to maintain. But then what failed there? The creativity failed over there when they said there that is a cheap car. The word cheap they used in the advertisement. That was really a cheap car because it was for 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh. But the word cheap made came and sat up in everybody's mind that okay, it's a cheap car, it will lower my standard of the family. This is something totally opposite to what Google did. Google said bolne se sab hoga, was creating a positive impact. Mutual fund sahi is creating a positive impact. But Tata Nano's cheap word gave a very negative impact on the customers, and people did not buy the car. Some people did, but it was not as success as it should have been. Now there are cars which are of similar size, and all the cars they will be there in the market. But the Nano failed because of it. Google Plus. And Google Plus, I'm not sure how many would have heard of it, but Google Plus was something like Facebook. So see, MySpace was there. From MySpace, Facebook enhanced all the facilities and came up as a winner. And to compete with it, Google Plus was there. But that also failed because it was not able to give as many facilities as Facebook. The I will say the user interface was not as friendly, and they tried to keep it simple as they keep it in the Google search engine. So that simplicity of that people didn't like. In Facebook we see a little glitter here, little glitter there, so people are impressed. People feel like they are partying in Facebook online, I will say. But Google Plus was very plain, so that also failed. So that was again a part where designing failed. Samsung Galaxy Note 7, that again the product was nice, but due to the design and all that, some failure was there, so that also failed. So it's not always that what if we are getting creative and we go beyond the limits, then it's always good. We have to be very careful till wit limit. We have to be creative and how to reach to the customers. Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. If we think that Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi don't exist now, that is not correct. But this yes, this product was a failure. When people said Diet Coke, the people who are not concentrating on diet, they didn't buy it. And the people who were concentrating on diet, they did not buy because they knew the content was there. The content of sugar was there, the calories were there, everything was there. So that diet concept did not go with, good with the customers. So that product also failed. Now, innovation failed. We have seen the creativity in how it has failed. Some innovation which failed are Apple products. Apple is a, I'm not saying Apple failed. I'm saying Apple products are very good. A lot of people use it, mobiles, laptop, everything they use. But one of the Apple product which failed is Apple Maps. Like Google Maps, yes, Apple Maps also exists, but people don't use it much because the facility which is provided and the insight which are provided through Google Map, Apple was not able to do it. So it didn't leave a mark on the people. So they tried it, but the not much people use the Apple Map, so it failed. Segway. Uh, I'm not sure how many are aware, but if I'll say you have seen Segway in multiple movies, this is a Segway. No, this product when we saw that okay, in malls also they are having, when you're going for, with the kids, the people are showing Segway, people are going on it, but Segway failed. It was such a nice product, I will say, because on a sidewalk instead of walking, you can just go with a Segway. Then why the product failed? The product had a big innovation or designing fault of brakes. The people who were riding it were not able to apply proper brakes in time. And the biggest failure or the reason behind the failure of the product was the founder of the Segway, the person who innovated Segway. He couldn't control himself while going on Segway and fell into a river and he drowned and died. So his innovation was there. It was all okay. For time being, it was fine, but it brought a big impact on people. The founder himself died because of it. How can other people use it? Cheetos. A lot of people would have heard of this Lay's, Uncle Chips, Bingo, Cheetos, Parle chips, and all. What we think of Cheetos is always is the chips or the puffcorns, something like that, right? Where Cheetos failed then? Hardly people know that Cheetos also came up with a lip balm. Now, the people who are thinking about a puffcorn and a chips, they are not thinking about lip balm at all. So Cheetos lip balm failed. That was a product which they thought that because Cheetos has already made a good impression on people that will work. But yes, this product failed. But this was not a design failure. It was an innovation failure because people are having a mindset where they are thinking of Cheetos as chips and all. So when I'm thinking of chips, I'm not thinking of the balm. So the product failed. Coca-Cola, they came up with a black Coca-Cola. The name was black. That name made it to fail. Like the diet didn't work out well, the same way the black also did not work out well. It did not leave the impact on people because black is something which is dark. So though people know that Coke, Pepsi, and all are not that good for health, but still a lot of people consume it. When we attach that drink with black color by the name, not with the color. Color is always like that. With the name, it creates a negative impact. So people try to stay away from that. That's why the product failed. Burger King. Burger King came up with a black burger. Again, it failed because of the color black. I think they introduced the black burger during Halloween time. And purposefully they did it. So it's like you're talking about ghost and all. So you have a black burger. The color of the bread was made like that. It was not burned. The taste was all fine and all. But that concept, that food item which is black, and we know that if something is burned, then also then only it's black when we are consuming a food. So that why because of the color, this innovation also failed. So this was creativity and innovation which combinedly failed. Colgate. What is the first thing? Like if I talk about Cheetos is like popcorn, chips, and all, right? Colgate. If I talk about Colgate, what comes to your mind? Toothpaste. Have you ever thought, okay, maybe toothpaste, you could have gone with the toothbrush. You can have gone with Colgate mouth brush like a Listerine. You can have that also, mouthwash also. But have you ever thought that you will buy a frozen food by Colgate? That's a product failed by Colgate. So when we think about frozen food, we think of McCain. And maybe we think of Safal also because Safal has Safal frozen mutter, Safal frozen corns. McCain has so many varieties available. But none of the customer was able to associate the brand name Colgate with a frozen food. So that innovation again failed. That was not a design failure. That was a creativity what they brought in and innovation what they came up with a new product that failed. Yes. And when we say an idea can change your life, so what all things we have to do? Now we talk about the design. If we talk about design, we have talked about creativity and innovation. Creativity helped us to know what has to be done. It has helped us to know where the gap has to be filled. What is the best design for it? For a scooter, it was always the kickstart scooter, right? They made is they enhanced that, they put the creativity, they put the innovation, and they designed it. So instead of kick and start the scooter, you have the auto start vehicles. They're very helpful. Lot of people prefer for it, right? It solved the problem. It was a creativity positive, innovation positive, and design also positive. Everything it passed, and lot of people accepted it. Lot of vehicles are now available in auto start. Skill pillar. Swill peeler is a kind of peeler. You know what is a peeler? To peel the vegetables. Now uh, that peeler is generally straight like a knife, and then we used to peel it. Then what is a swill peeler? Swill peeler, what it used to have is like, I will say, just give me a moment. Yeah. So if I say I have a peeler, so it used to be like this, and we used to peel it. In swill peeler, this part was little fat. It was round in shape, easier to hold, and not closing hand very tight. It was like this much. So gap is there. Why this peeler got, or why this peeler was successful is there are a lot of people have a arthritis problem. The person who came up with the design and creativity and innovation in Swiss peeler, his wife was having arthritis problem. It was very difficult for her to hold the peeler, which was very thin. So he made the base of the peeler fat, so she don't have to close the hand a lot, and it helped a lot of people who were having the stiffness in the fingers and the arthritis problem to use the peeler. So yes, that is very good design what they made. Again, they saw the gap. What was the problem? It also solved the problem. Fabric glue. A lot of people know that, okay, if something gets torn, we have to stitch it, right? But stitching is not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody, I don't know how many people now know that they can stitch and ruffle the product cloth and all. So when we have glue which can stick a paper, why not bring a glue which can stick the cloth? Fabric glue is so common and such a nice product for the hostlers, the people who are living outside the house. They don't have to go running for the needle and the thread. You just buy the fabric glue and you put it on your cloth and it's ready to go. That's again the design which was available. A creativity is there, innovation is there. It's not sticking only the paper, but it is sticking the cloth. And the best part about it is that generally what happens, the glue have a concept that if it becomes wet, it will open up. It doesn't happen with the fabric glue. Yes, water flow alarm. Uh, lot of people use the water tank overhead at their house, and from bottom the we have the uh, tanker in the ground floor, from where the water is filled to the top floor, and then the water is supplied to all our bathrooms, kitchens, and everywhere where wherever we are using the taps. It happens in all the villas, in every apartment, everywhere. So what is the challenge in apartment is fine because there are maintenance people. What happens in a standalone houses, when this water is filled, generally there is a overflow of the water, and the water wastage is there. How, and the leakage will also be there. How to combat that? They came up with a water overflow alarm. This alarm is connected to your level of the tank. Once it's almost full, the alarm starts ringing, and before the water can fall off from the tank, this alarm goes off, right? So it saves us the headache of seeing whether the tank is full or not, are we wasting water or nothing. Everything gets solved with it. It's a very nice design. They have put that alarm, and it's not very expensive. Very useful item. COVID-19 test. COVID-19 test was a big design and innovation and creativity in that. Without touching the patient, they checked millions of people. That saved so many lives. Else, all our first and warriors were there, nurses were there, doctors were there. They all would have got affected. So it was a great way to design it. There was the innovation that, okay, they thought that the gap is there, we are touching the patient, don't have to touch the patient. What we can do, they made the gloves out of it, they made the shield there. So that was a perfect design which worked very well and saved so many people. Again, we are having a meeting on Zoom, Google Meet, and Teams. Some uh, 10 15 years back, who would have thought that we can have meetings like this, right? We can meet the people online. So this is again a great innovation and a great idea. I like to share the story of washing machine here. A lot of people know that washing machines are there, and what are washing machines for? To wash the clothes. But there is a village in Punjab. They were using this machine, and suddenly the washing machine people saw that there is a boom of purchase in that village. So they went in to the village. The marketing person went there to see the machine, that why suddenly so many people are buying the washing machine there. Once he landed up in that village, he saw the people are using the washing machine as a churner. They are make, because Punjab they drink a lot of matha and lassi, so they were making lassi in the machine because it churns it very well. So the whole concept of machine was gone, but it was working as a churner. From there again, that was a design innovation. What they got, that I think the customer got that innovation, that they can use a machine as a churner. But yes, from definitely from there, commercial churners were made for the people who needed a huge amount of liquid to be churned. And when we talk about creativity, innovation, idea, and design, and we talk about the creativity is there, innovation is there, design is there, but then creativity fails also, innovation also fails. So when we are talking about all these things, what we have to when we are thinking about a new product, new idea, new advertising theme, anything, we have to think about the sustainability of our idea. How we have to test it. It should solve a problem. Everything only works well when it solves a problem. The creativity, we can see the gap over there, innovation can be kept there, and design has to be brought in accordingly. So we have to solve the problem, test your idea. Like I told you, that whatever things, the Tata Nano was not a bad product. It was not bad product, but the marketing what they did made it a failure. So if you are testing the idea, don't only we have to test the idea for the product, but also we have to test the idea for the marketing. How we are going to market, how we are designing our marketing details as well. Yes, and target your customers. As I told you in the beginning, that okay, Cadbury saw the people, the kids love Oreo, so Cadbury brought in the Oreo chocolate. Quality also saw that people kids love Oreo, so they brought in the Oreo flavor ice cream. So you have to know your target customer before you make any of the designs. If you ask some person who are grown up who don't like Oreo at all, and you say them to taste a Oreo ice cream, they might not taste it, right? So design has to work out only for the target customers. It has to be on point, and it has to be close to your heart, close to your heart, close to your customer's heart. Until and unless a product is close to your heart, you will not be able to make it perfect for your customer, because you exactly will not understand the need of it. So it should be close to your heart when you are thinking about creativity, innovation, and design of it. And always it is said, if you are running a business, don't fall in love with your idea. Don't fall in love with your creativity, innovation, and design. If you fall in love, you skip all the negativity around. And that is what happens when the product fails. So don't fall in love with your business idea, or whatever you are trying to bring into your customer. Think of it as a very unbiased person and test it on all the grounds. And definitely, when you are coming up with something, it should have monetary gain. If it is not having monetary gain, it will not long last. Because from your pocket and from others' pocket, for how long will you make it survive? So everything what you bring in, it should have a monetary gain. Profit is definitely involved. So this is my presentation for creativity, design, and innovation. We can connect later if anybody has any questions for it. Thank you.